let's get to the drug stories, and
Yeah,
then and if you want, you can do like the psychedelic one. Whatever one you feel comfortable telling. I don't want you to like tell any drug story that you don't want to tell, but whatever
I'm an open
stories.
book, man.
All right. So do you have any cool, I guess, good or bad drug stories, fun or not so fun?
There, I can tell one pretty funny one and one that is kind of not fun at all and representative of how horrifying meth is. Fun one was psychedelics, and it's also kind of interesting. I actually got two on that front. One's mine, one is a friend's. So I had some friends who were doing a bunch of DMT, and I'll just give you the real 30,000-foot view of this. One friend claims that he, in a very intense DMT session, spoke to the machine elves, which explained the rules of cricket to him in a highly accurate, concise manner. So this dude came into this DMT trip. He claims, and whatever, this is all some friend of a friend bullshit, but I know this dude for what it's worth. He claims he came into this DMT trip not knowing shit about cricket and came out having a fairly firm understanding of the rules, which, if true, is kind of mind blowing. But I who knows? Who knows?
Very, very, very mind blowing. Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah.
And like that's, and you read, I actually, it was interesting to me because I read somebody give a similar account on Reddit, and they said they had the rules of American football explained to them, and they live in Europe and don't give a shit about American football. And it kind of like, whoa, dude, because it cemented what this dude told me many years ago. On my end, I took some mushrooms, and then I thought that I was done with the trip because I felt pretty normal, and I had to get from my place in one city to the place I was going in another city. Yeah, whatever. And I start driving, and I noticed that the trees had purple streaks running through them. And then they start speaking to me in my car stereo and literally say, "Hey man, it's not over. You need to pull the fuck over right now, bro." And I listened, and I sat there and tripped my balls off by the side of the road, fucking realizing I was an idiot. I thought it was dumb, but it wasn't. A new wave came in, and I sat there for about 3 hours, just watching my car stereo blink and shit. And yeah, that was that.
Wait, so what happened though? Like you pulled over and then
So I was driving through a heavily wooded area. I just pulled into a state forest and sat there because like I thought like psychedelics come in waves, and sometimes though I don't mean to like over explain to you if you know this shit, but sometimes you think it's done and it's not. And in this instance, I lit a cigarette driving down the road, and it just totally kicked that shit back in. And I heard my car radio literally say to me, "It's not over. Pull over, bro." And, like it was wild. I've never had anything like that happen.
but I mean, did anything happen that like you could have died?
I shouldn't have been driving once that shit kicked in. I just sat there and tripped balls in my car,
Oh, okay. So basically you took the edible, you took the mushrooms, and then the car radio told you to pull over, and then I think you said the wave kicked in. I don't think I knew what you meant by that.
Oh, got you.
So like the mushrooms kicked in and you got like super fucking high to the point like where you couldn't drive, and it was like basically telling you pull over, you can't drive.
Right, because I thought it was done at that point, but a new trip came through, because sometimes you think it's over and then it kind of kicks in again.
Yeah. Wow. And so have you ever done DMT, or as far as psychedelics is just mushrooms?
I've done mushrooms, I've done acid, I've done like all like what you're talking about, Jordan, with Molly and stuff. I've got dabbled in all that. DMT, I smoked once. The taste of it really threw me off. I've got issues with certain tastes, and kind of tasted like toenail gunk smells, and it fucked me up. And then I thought I got trapped in a wastebasket I was sitting by. So that shit's not for me.
Wow. So yeah, when we were talking about alcohol, part of the reason why I think also that I haven't gotten addicted or whatever to it is because I just don't like the taste of it. It's like I'd much rather just like have like a Coke or whatever. But yeah, so in terms of the DMT trip, did anything happen? You ended up in a dumpster?
Well, I misspoke. I was sitting by like a laundry basket, and it was a plastic thing with like just like a checker pattern in it, like part plastic, part open, and like part of my arm and my shoulder fused with it and became part of the pattern, and it didn't feel real comfortable. And then I kind of forced myself out of it, and that was it. I didn't smoke too much of it.
Because you didn't like the taste, so it didn't really affect you all that much.
Right. I didn't smoke enough of it to let it get me for too long, because that taste really put me off. Like it was, I hate that shit so much that like my friends were smoking joints with it in there, and I'd have to leave the room. Like I couldn't handle it. But I'm weird about some of that stuff.
What is it? What does it smell or taste like? What is it?
It smells to me like fucking toenail funk, but like times 100.
Mm.
Like, you know, that synthetic deer piss you can get at places like that, only with like just awful funk. I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to come from what's it called? Or it just does come from ayahuasca or whatever. And ayahuasca is technically like what? Like some sort of like fungus or something, right? Like, or not fungus, but like it's like
Cactus.
it's what is it?
Is it like a cactus? I was just thinking out loud.
Well,
No,
I know
it is a cactus. Yeah.
well, doesn't ayahuasca come from like the Amazon though? Like, don't you go to the Amazon to like go smoke it or whatever?
Yeah, you're smoking a cactus.
Is there cactus? Is there cactus in the
Or
Amazon?
no, you're drinking. I think you drink it.
Yeah.
But is there cactus in the Amazon?
No, that's where cactus stop. Is actually the border of the Amazon. They stop right there.
Is it like a jungle cactus type of thing? Because I feel like it's in South America.
I would pull it up if I can, but
Let me see.
Jordan, try spelling it. You're gonna have a hard time spelling it. Ayahuasca is a hard.
Oh, I got it almost right.
My man.
Isn't it
Divine.
ayahuasca like with an H?
It's a vine. Yeah, it's like a cat. It is a cactus technically, but it's a vine. Yeah.
Is it? Does it say it's a cactus? Jordan, when you look on Wikipedia, does it say cactus?
I'm gonna look.
So, what about the meth? What did the? I'm very interested in all this stuff. What did the meth do?
Okay, this is a good one. And I've got worse that I'm not gonna get into. So I will just tell you this isn't even the worst one. This is just the one.
No,
I'm willing to tell.
Don't tell me anything you don't obviously want to tell me.
I'm saving something for like a book because some of it's real bad. This is the worst I'm willing to come out with. So this was during actually the period of COVID where it was really hard to get meth. And I was pestering my dude. Like I was living in Indianapolis at the time. And for those listeners that are familiar, I was going down to Orange Street, the famous Orange Street, to buy methamphetamine. And just text.
So this is during COVID. So this was like what, 3 years ago then?
It was during very early COVID, so closer to pushing 4 years now.
Wouldn't it be 3? Because it was 2020.
3, yeah,
right?
You're right. My bad. My years are off, and I'm really bad at that. I don't count them.
I'm calling you out on your shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around.
You're good, man. It's my years are off, and please, if you catch any inaccuracies, call me. I'm probably just getting my memory off. So I'm going down to Orange Street to get this meth, and fucking my dude.
Where's Orange Street? Sorry, is Orange
good.
Street in Gary, Indiana?
It's in Indianapolis, but it's kind of like a famously rough street. Like it's a place where you don't go, and you don't go after dark, and so on.
Yeah.
Like if you're in Indy, you know what Orange Street is probably.
Okay.
So I'm going down there. My dude texts me and he's like, okay, I got it. And fucking it's, hallelujah. And like when you're a drug addict and your dude's coming through, it's almost like you get a hit of it thing. You get up, you get active, you get in the shower. And I go.
You're ready to go.
Yeah, dude, ready to roll. So about halfway down, dude texts me and he's like, hey, there's a problem. And my heart stops because, dude, I haven't had it fixed in like 3-4 days. It's getting rough. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I got it. Don't worry. But dude, I got it from drops the whole bundle in a puddle. And I was like, okay, well, what is that? And he's like, well, you'll have to see. So I drive down there and I meet him I don't want cops knowing where people convene because like, those people got problems. They don't need cops in their lives. But I went to a place where you go to do a transaction like that. And he shows me this stuff, dude. It's not even powder. It's not a crystal. It's this gray gel. And it's got like flecks of leaves in it. This dude his dealer had dropped it. His supplier dropped it in a storm drain. So this was literally like puddle water that was mostly meth. And I got a good discount on it. So I bought a shitload of it and I took that home, dude. And I fucking did up every single bit of it. And I parachuted it. I wrapped it up in toilet paper and dropped it. Like I'm getting emotional just thinking about what a junky piece of shit I was, dude. It was rough.
Wow. So the rough part was just the fact that it was like it got dropped in a puddle and like you did it anyways, basically. Oh,
well, yeah. If you saw this shit, I think you would get it. Imagine putting into your body gray sludge with flecks of stuff that maybe it's leaves, maybe it's something off the bottom of a dude's shoe, maybe it's human shit. You don't know. And you're taking it and you're scraping it up and you got, fuck, it's evaporating. Where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? And you're putting it on the little square toilet paper that you had to go steal from the Freddy's up the street because you ain't got no money. And like, you eat it, and like that's what you need to feel better. Like it's indicative of the whole meth thing, dude. Meth's horrifying. Like meth is one thing. Like meth scared me so much. You know, I am legitimately the most qualified case for an ADHD script in the world, and I won't ever go get an Adderall script and shit because of meth.
Just because Adderall it's like linked to meth or something.
It's basically the same thing. Adderall is, yeah. I mean, I'm very oversimplifying it, but Adderall is basically like microdose meth.
Isn't that crazy that they literally give out Adderall meth to like Adderall or whatever similar to meth to like kids and stuff?
Some people can handle it. And like, if I'd have grown up in a healthy environment, well, it was provided to me in like titrated doses and shit, and I wasn't buying it from the dealer man and chopping it up and snorting it, like it might have helped me. But, I've got that addict mentality, and I've got problems that I chose to fix with drugs when I was younger, and that's the price I pay. For the people who can get value from it, it's very useful. Like I personally know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. It's technically speed, right? Isn't that what Adderall is? And so speed,
yes, sir.
Speed is meth, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy how it has that like that counter effect on people who are ADHD, right? So for normal people who take it, they'll get like really energized, but for somebody who has ADHD, it'll actually kind of like mellow them out, right?
Yep.
It can mellow you out. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jordan.
No, you're right. My brother has ADHD. I probably do too.